Okay, so I finally got around to transitioning to my new glasses. If you want to see the video where I talk about buying them, I'll put a card up in here. That video was surprisingly popular, and I ended up finding out that glasses fetish is a thing. But anyway, back to these. So what happened with my old glasses, these ones, so they're a fair bit shorter. The thing is, like, I ended up getting a bit of a skin irritation. I don't know if you can still see. See these little reddish pinky bits? Yeah. Okay, so that's from these glasses. Which, like, things actually look nice in these still. But yeah, so see, those little red marks line up with where those go. Now, they don't actually touch that area. But I think what was happening is, like, they're a little bit dirty though. And a little bit scratched because I've had them for a while. But what was happening is, you know, like it's summer in Australia at the moment. We've had some quite hot days. I do try and stay indoors where it's cooler with like aircon. Not in my room, but in the other rooms. Yeah, and what was happening is I would get sweaty, especially when I had bonsai last week, doing work like lifting things and, you know, working in the sun a bit. I was getting sort of sweaty. And then I think just because these glasses are old and, like, you know, little bits of dirt, oh, I don't know if you can see it, little bits of dirt sort of accumulate along there. And then, I don't know, I think this is metal, and the paint is sort of coming off a little bit. You can sort of see the silver underneath. I think it's probably more like the dirt and sweat though, combining in some way to irritate my skin. And like I've had stuff like that happen before. If you remember ages ago, I used to always wear a spiky wristband. For ages, I was so sad when that wore out, but it got to a point where, you know, like I didn't wash it that much, and of course I don't like showering, so I'm not particularly clean all the time. And then after a while, like it just starts reacting. I think because there was also the metal on there, so it might be like a bit of a weird metal allergy in a way. Like I'm not really allergic to metal, but like when it gets to a certain stage, it starts to become irritating. I also found the same thing with a Fitbit, which I wore on this side as well, I think. Did I? Yeah. And the Fitbit that I had was one of those Charge HR ones, I think, and so it's got like a little metal sensor, and that started to irritate after a while, especially because I was trying to wear it while I was sleeping to measure my sleep, which was not accurate anyway. Yeah, so I've had that happen before, and also like with my neck, when I had neck spikes, I do have them still, and I do still wear them sometimes, but I don't wear them as much, and it's partly because it started to irritate, especially around the back of the neck. I guess where the buckles and buttons are, you know, those little snap button things. So, yeah, I had a little bit of skin irritation from those other glasses, and it was just like coming and going. And then when it was that really warm day that I was doing bonsai, yeah, I noticed it came back, and it was quite uncomfortable. Also, I think it's been dry in the last month, so my skin keeps drying out. But yeah, and it was just like, I came home from shower and I came home from bonsai and I had a shower. Oh my God, I'm still so tired getting things mixed up. And when I like washed my face, obviously it sort of scraped the area, and then, you know, it's not really the same as when you have a pimple pop. It's more like, I don't know, have you ever had one of those skin irritations and then you get like this sort of clear sort of pus coming out, and it sort of crusted over a little bit and looked kind of awful, and felt a little bit itchy and yuck. So I was like, you know what? That location means it's these glasses, especially when it's sweaty. I guess like sometimes when they're moving around, they do bump that area, and it was just, I'm like, well, I've had these for ages. I don't know, maybe like 3 years. I don't remember. I'd have to like, I don't know, stalk myself on Facebook to figure that out. So I just thought, well, it's about time I switched over. And yeah, it's been alright. When I first put them on, you know, like I always have a problem with adjustment. But I planned it out right. I was like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to switch to these glasses. So as soon as I got up, I didn't put on the other glasses, I put these glasses on. Because that's one of the things they advise when you're trying on, you know, trying to get used to new glasses. so that your brain, is already tuning into them. But no, my brain was like, you have done something different, you will be punished. And at first it was all right, but then through the morning, I tried to just do my normal morning routine and all that, and I thought, well, I guess I'll try and do a bit of computer. And that was okay for like about an hour, but after a while I was just feeling so dizzy and gross and headachy, and I had to have a nap. I think I was even in the middle of talking to someone and I was just like, I can't do this. So I went and had a nap, which I haven't had today. I just sort of skipped lunch. But I'm too tired to eat anything, and I had a big breakfast. Anyway, that's off topic. So I had a nap that day after getting really dizzy and gross, and then after a while, I did try and do things around the house without any glasses, so, things are blurry, but there's a certain amount that you could work out pretty easily. It's not like being blind, it's just that things are blurry. If you want to get an idea of my vision, one of the things I used to do, I don't know, we had this wee little camera a long time ago, and what you could do, I don't know, you can probably still do it on your camera, but this one made it really easy, because if you half press the button it would focus, and then full presses take a picture. So no, what you do is you get, I can see to about there without glasses. It starts to get a little bit fuzzy around this, so starts to get a little bit fuzzy just at that edge there, okay? So if you put your hand out about that far in front of a camera, and then press the half focus, get it to focus on your hand there, and then have a look around, it's not quite the same, because obviously a camera is only using one lens, whereas eyes are two, and my eyes are slightly different. And then the effect of having two things, I don't know exactly how it interplays, but it affects the way you see things. So whenever I've done that, it never looks quite the same as what my vision is without glasses. But you can sort of get a rough idea, and you can see that I can actually see a reasonable amount of detail. It's just everything, all the edges of everything are fuzzed out. Anything that's small becomes a small little blobby thing. It's kind of fun if you do it at night and there are lights. Okay, outside I can see there's these trees that are reflecting sunlight quite brightly, and those turn into these little circles of light, which you can't 100% get the effect of what I'm seeing when you do that camera thing, but you can get a cool, similar sort of effect, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, anyway, I went around about my day doing that with my glasses off, but after a while I just thought, I'll try it again, because trying to do computer with my glasses off is terrible. I mean, if you remember 10 years ago when I'm video blogging and I couldn't see my webcam, the little preview, I had to get up here. Right now, okay, to see myself on the camera, clearly I have to get about this close to be able to see the details and stuff. I can still see my face is there, but my eyes are smudged, my nose is smudged, I can see my mouth, I know it's opening and shutting, but it's not distinct when I'm this far away. Yeah, so I was trying to use the computer and getting close and being trying to read things and then typing, and it's kind of an awkward thing when you're typing right over your keyboard like that, instead of in a good position like that. And I hate using the phone to type. Touch screens are terrible. It's well done with the technology, and there are some good applications for it, but for a lot of things, touch screens are just awful. Give me real buttons. Real buttons are awesome. I miss that aspect of my Nokia 3315, because I could type without looking at it, so that's good when you're on the go or just can't be bothered to look at stuff. Yeah, I hate typing on this bloody screen. So that's why I was trying to use my computer, especially it's easier to see different windows and swap between them than it is on a phone, I find. Anyway, I just thought, I'm going to try my glasses on again. And actually, that afternoon, I did a lot better. I didn't feel as awful and all that. I was a little bit careful about how I did things. I think that afternoon, I may have managed to play Age of Mythology for a little bit. So yeah, I don't know, that wasn't too bad of an adjustment. Within the day, I was doing all right. Next day, no problems, and now fine. The only thing is, I'm noticing I mean, these glasses, they are a little bit big, I feel, for my face. And I mean, they adjusted it so it fits nicely and all that. It's just like, I don't know, sometimes I think maybe because of the way they bounce a little bit. If I push them up ever so slightly, my vision for long distance gets a little bit better. If it's just allowed to bounce along my Asian nose, sometimes things do sort of fall out of focus a little bit. And I think, you know, partly because of having such a huge lens, where exactly your eye is in relation to different parts of the curviness, I don't know, maybe that has an effect on how things look. Because really these ones, if I put them on, they still actually look pretty good. I can tell there's a little bit of difference, and there's also like the scratches on there that are getting in the way. But everything looks quite good. Yeah, I mean, I was having a bit of focus in darker situations, and also like looking at buses. I haven't actually tried to look at buses with these. I'm going out tomorrow, so I'll give that a go. But yeah, no, there is something different. I think I can tell that one of these lenses is a little bit weaker, I think, whereas that, yeah, I think, I don't know which one, but one of these sides they've weakened it because my eyesight has changed a little bit and gotten slightly stronger in one eye, or I don't know, and they've sort of evened it out because before one eye was working harder than the other on these. I don't know how this works. I guess my eyes are still changing, which, like, when your eyes keep changing, that means you can't get laser eye surgery, but I don't think I could be bothered, you know. Really, like, I'd have to go and find somewhere to do it, pay a lot of money, which I don't have, and then hope that my eyes don't screw up again. I don't know, it's a bit much, so I'm just going to be stuck with glasses for the foreseeable future. But, what was I talking about? The strength. Yeah, the strength has slightly changed, and maybe I am still taking time to get used to that, but I'll see tomorrow when I actually go out and look at, like, bus numbers and like train signs and all that kind of stuff. I'll see what the difference is compared to these, because these were starting to get a bit difficult. I have a feeling though with these ones I will have to push up. The other thing that's annoying me a little bit with these glasses is when I've been wearing them all day, actually the nose pad things get a little bit sore on that bridge, because I don't know, are they sitting in a different spot? I didn't actually try this before. Yeah, I think actually. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so I don't know how well you can see because it's a little bit hard to hold them. Okay, so on the new glasses, those nose pads are ever so slightly closer together, and I think that's not really the best for me. Whereas my old glasses, they're a little bit wider, and I think that's why they sat better on my nose. Could also be that, like, you know, my nose area just isn't used to having them slightly closer together, and so I get a little bit of, would I call it pain or just discomfort? I'm not sure. But it does feel uncomfortable at some point later in the day, and I'm not sure if it's just because the shape is wrong for my flat nose face, or if it's like that part of my face is getting used to having those close together. Does that make sense? I'm really tired, so I'm probably being repetitive. But yeah, so I've moved to these. I've been wearing them for about a week. It's going all right. Have those glasses as backup. And that's everything, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I probably will go for another eye test later in the year, because you should do them every year. But I don't think I'll need to buy new glasses. I still haven't tried those contacts on. I just haven't had any reason to. Still looking for a band, and if I'm not playing music, I generally don't have any reason to wear contacts. I suppose if I was doing a modelling thing, but I haven't had the energy to set that up, and I don't have the money to pay a photographer to do it anymore. So that's a bit of a shame. But yeah, that's glasses. I can't remember if there's anything else I was going to say, so I'm just going to go because I'm really tired. And do I have time to do one more video for today? I don't know, maybe not, we'll see. But yeah, no, bye for now. Glasses, blah blah. Please don't ask me dumb questions about my glasses. that I had comments like that, and someone found me on Facebook last time, and you know, I'm not happy when people do that, because I guess, like, you know, I'm sure there's some people who watched my last video who were genuinely interested in how I chose my glasses and so on, but I know enough about fetish people to know that some of those people were just watching to see how short-sighted I am and whatever. Okay, look, cool, watch my videos, great, but please don't leave dumb messages asking me more shit, like, about how strong my eyesight is. I've said it all on camera and I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm not going to make glasses request videos because I'm not that interested in the topic, to be honest, so don't ask for that. Don't come find me on my Facebook pages and send me those weird messages. I had this one person who kept asking me really strange questions about glasses, and I was just like, what? And yeah, it got really uncomfortable, and then they pretended that they couldn't speak English very well, but when I sent quite a long message explaining to them, you know, that I didn't like the situation and that I knew what they were doing and blah 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 blah, they clearly understood that, and then were just like, I don't speak good English. No, you do. Don't give me that lie. If you can understand my rant to you, you speak enough English to realize that what you're doing is really dumb. And then, like, after that, after leaving me crying faces, those little emoji crying faces, then, like, after a week they try and ask the same questions and again, and I'm like, you're done. I'm blocking your messages, so don't do that. I understand that some people have fetishes, but, like, keep it to yourself. I don't want to be involved, okay? That's another little mini rant just there. I mean, there are websites you can go to where people will willingly participate in that stuff. I'm not interested, so don't bring me into it. If any of you know anything about, like, there are actual fetish communities out there, and, like, the BDSM thing, and consent is, like, a really important thing, not just consent to actually do something with you, but, like, if you're lying to me about why you want more of these videos, I find that annoying and going against that sort of concept, if that makes sense. And I probably haven't made sense because I didn't really mean to go on a ramble about that, but I just know when I talk about some of this stuff, people get a little bit annoying, and I don't want any part of it, okay? Sorry to bring the mood down, but, you know, when I make a video and I'm like, no one's gonna care about this, and then it becomes one of my most popular videos in the last month or so, and people leave these dumb comments, it brings my mood down. So I will bring your mood down by telling you to just bugger off, you know? Oh my god, rewinding the analytics, looking at the analytics for that video, I can see which bits these people are rewinding, and it's kind of sad. So I know what you guys are doing because I can see the analytics, okay? And it's happened to some of my other videos, and I also, like, you know, back when people were trying to tell me to step on things before I knew what fetishes are, I've had enough experience with these types of people to know what you're doing, so just don't, you know. And of course, by saying don't, there'll be, like, trolls out there who'll be like, hey, let's all ask this chick these questions to annoy her, and so, you know, I may have achieved the complete opposite of what I wanted to with that little rant, but hey, it is what it is, and I still have the capacity to block people, so I don't want to, but I will if I have to, and that's, I really need more sleep, so I don't do this, and I should eat something, but I'm still not hungry. Bye for now, guys.